How do you change your YouTube channel from personal to business? Yeah, can it be done? Are there pitfalls? Are there mistakes that you want to avoid? Yeah, I've made some pretty big mistakes. So I'm going to share with you what those mistakes are that I've made and what I recommend that you do so that you can have a successful business YouTube channel. So again, I'm going to start out sharing some stories just of mistakes that I've made and that are pretty common. A lot of people make these mistakes on YouTube. I'm going to share some advice with you about how to do it right, and specifically, we're talking about YouTube channels for the purpose of lead generation. So if that is your goal, if you want to leverage YouTube to generate leads for your business, like referral quality leads, then you're in the right place. Let's dive right in. To have a wildly successful YouTube channel, when we're talking about lead generation, the channel doesn't have to be huge. I mean, you'll see the size of my channel. Currently, at the time of this recording, we're around 65,000 subscribers. I have a client whose channel is only 12,000 subscribers, and yet that channel is generating 8 figures. Yeah, 8 figures. When you cross $1 million, that becomes a 7-figure revenue stream, but then when you add another 0, that's what we're talking about. That channel is only 12,000 subscribers, and yet it's generating that many leads for his business. Okay, so do you get the idea here? So the story I'm going to tell you is about my own channel, the Nate Woodbury channel. I've done a lot of experimenting on this channel, which is good in a lot of ways because you learn, but you get to make a lot of mistakes. Okay, so not only have I made content like how to succeed on YouTube, how to build a business YouTube channel, right? How to generate leads. But I've made a lot of content about entrepreneurship, and I even made content about why I hire people in the Philippines. In fact, that was the exact title of one of the first videos that I made, teaching people why I like to hire people overseas, specifically in the Philippines. Well, guess what? That video totally took off. I mean, eventually that video got to millions of views. When I saw this video taking off, that got me excited. Okay, it wasn't getting search traffic, which is valuable for lead gen. It was getting suggested traffic, which is valuable for high views and ad revenue. Okay, so I did start to generate ad revenue, and that got me excited. So what did I do? I made more videos talking about hiring people in the Philippines. I talked about the Filipino culture. I actually did a vlog when I went to the Philippines. I talked about the hiring process, and video after video mixed in with all my other YouTube content, but I made tons of videos about hiring people in the Philippines. Well, it worked. Okay, it worked to grow my channel, but it really backfired with my goal. My goal was to build a channel teaching people about this amazing YouTube strategy and how to leverage YouTube to generate leads. And the people that were watching my Filipino content were actually Filipinos. The amazing people in the Philippines loved watching this content, and they would comment and say, hey, thanks for giving us a shout out. Hey, thanks for talking about the Philippines. Hey, can you hire me? I'd like to work for you. And so I got a surge of subscribers. I got many tens of thousands of subscribers. And when I would post a video teaching my YouTube strategy, these Filipinos did not like that content. And so the main content I was making on my channel was seen as performing very poorly for the audience that I had built. Now, my channel still feels effects of this today. I've turned it around quite a bit, but I removed all the Philippines content over to another channel. So I completely deleted it from the Nate Woodbury channel. So yep, all these videos, even the ones that had millions of views, are completely deleted from the Nate Woodbury channel. That did a couple things. One, it helped me to focus. No longer was I going to create that type of content for this channel, so it just really helped me focus on the strategy that I'm going to share with you in a minute. And it has worked. I've really been able to really pick back up the lead generation on this channel. It also made sure that I wasn't getting more of the wrong type of subscriber, that I wasn't really feeding the problem, right? If those videos brought in the wrong type of subscriber, then taking them off the channel definitely helped. But I have to admit, changing directions like this has been very challenging, and I don't think that I'd recommend that for anybody. So let me tell you another story. I'm just going to give you his first name. His first name is Mike, okay? And Mike is in the real estate industry. He had an existing channel, and he hired me to produce his channel. We started filming 20 episodes a week, launching 5 episodes every week. I'm going to show you the type of results when you do this after several months. But with Mike, we'd been launching 5 episodes a week for several months in a row, and the expected results were not happening. So we took a step back and said, well, I'm producing over 50 different YouTube channels. Why is this one so unique? Why is it not working? And we took a look at the most popular content on his channel, and it was actually the personal stuff that he had filmed years in the past. It was just family videos and things like that. Some of those videos had actually gotten traction, And so this new content was at odds. So you know what we did? Well, we stopped launching this new real estate content on his existing channel. We actually started gradually taking it down and launching them brand new on a fresh YouTube channel. We made sure that we didn't launch an episode on the new channel until it was completely deleted from the old channel. We didn't want to have duplicates on two different channels because YouTube would look at the video that was posted first to YouTube, and that one would have more authority. But if we delete it and then post it to the brand new channel, it's a fresh new piece of content that does not exist anywhere else on YouTube. I bet you're wondering what happened. Well, it started happening gradually, but after about 2 months of doing this, 5 episodes a week of the exact same content, taking it down and launching it, we started to see the expected results. In fact, after 4 months and 5 months and 6 months, it was actually doing extremely well with the exact same content. So we were able to actually pause filming for several months because we'd already filmed several months of content. So we paused, we just started, okay, let's move all this over to a brand new channel. We started getting the results that we wanted, and so now we're in a position where we could start filming again because we had the momentum we wanted. So if you have a personal channel and you've been putting personal content on it and your subscribers are not interested in business topics, like they've never seen that from you before, then I highly recommend that you do create a brand new channel. It's free. There's no real obstacles in doing that. You can have multiple channels. That's totally allowed. I have dozens of channels myself. Some of them you know about and some of them you don't know about, but they are doing pretty well. I wanted to throw in another piece of advice here and talk about the naming of your channel, because we're talking about creating a channel for business. So don't you think that your channel should be named after your business? My actual answer is no. Don't name it after your business, okay? That's the default answer, but let me explain it this way, and let's look at a spectrum. So on this end of the spectrum, let's say it's a real corporate sounding business name, and on this end of the spectrum, it's your own name. Like my channel is Nate Woodbury versus Be the Hero Studios, YouTube channel. Or, Nate Woodbury and Associates LLC. Like we don't want it to sound professional business. I mean, we can still be professional, but personal. Because the type of channel that I'm recommending that you create for lead generation, we're pulling in people who have never heard of you before. They have questions. They're going to YouTube and Google and they're typing in their questions and they don't want to be sold to. They just want an answer to their question at this point. So if they find a video and it's got your name on it versus a corporation or a business or something sounding really corporate, if they find your name on it, they're like, Nate is going to answer this. Cool. I want to hear what Nate has to say to answer my question. It's one way of having them not put their guard up, right? They did a search for a question and they feel like, this is what I want. So they don't feel like they're being sold to. And we're not selling in these videos. We're actually answering their question. We're giving away our expertise to help them out. We're answering their question and giving real value in these videos. The reason that we do it this way is so that we can build a relationship, right? Through this video, if I'm just teaching you instead of selling to you, and I'm helping you out and giving you value, then there's some reciprocity there. Like maybe you appreciate the things that I'm sharing with you. And you haven't had to put your guard up because I'm not selling anything. So let me ask you a question. What is easier to build a relationship with, if that's the goal? If your channel is your name or if the channel is a business sounding name, right? Which one will be easier for people to build a relationship with? So I call it a spectrum, right? Really corporate sounding all the way over to the other side of your name. Is there a middle ground? And I say, sure. It could be more of a cause or a movement or some type of brand statement or mission statement or something like that. And there's all things in between. My default answer is to go all the way to this side and actually name your channel with your name. But there are exceptions to that, but just don't go to this side of that spectrum. Can I show you something amazing on my computer screen here? This is what I want you to accomplish. So take a look at this. This is a client spreadsheet that we actually use to track their topics and their ranking, okay? And you'll notice this column right here is the date, February 10th, 2024. So we found all of these questions that we want to rank for on YouTube. And on February 10th, we did a search and found out that nope, we're not ranking for this one. This one, yes. This one, yes. All of these ones, nope. This one, we're not ranking at the top. But if we scroll down, we are at least in the top 20. So that's what I mean by starting. Okay, so you can see all of these. Majority of these are no on February 10th. On April 18th, we did this search again. and you'll notice that now about half of them are yeses. If we go to May 16th, we got a lot more that are yeses. And if we fast forward to the 3rd of July, 2024, we've got all yeses except for 3 that are starting. So we're ranking for all of them now. So if you want to get results like that, where you could pick a lane and see how you rank, and a lot of times when you're starting out, it's no, 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 you don't rank for anything. But then progressively, month after month, to see more of those turn into yeses and to eventually you dominate that entire lane. There's a 6-step process, and I want to give you this 6-step process for free, okay? I've created a course. It's actually a 32-minute video. I've condensed my training down into this mini course, and if you go to natesfreetraining.com, by the end of that video, you'll have a clear picture of what these 6 steps are, and you'll be able to implement them so you could start getting these exact same results. You already have the expertise you need. That's the hard part. You just got to package it the right way. And so I want you to go through this mini course, this 32-minute video, because you'll finally be able to start getting traction on YouTube and start generating referral quality leads for your business. Go to natesfreetraining.com and I'll see you there.